All right, what's up, everybody? Let's dive deeper into the Satoshi signing and moving the coins aspect. All right, so my name's Gavin Mehl. I'm going to break a couple things down, show you what is going on here with the case law on this, and then also the actual transactions. Just entertainment purposes only. Stand by. Check this out. All right, so first things first. Pack Art Collection posts this. He says people are slowly waking up. So, and this is looks like a BTC guy. So Craig Wright's court case where he claims to be Satoshi as evident Nakamoto. Now this is incorrect. I'm going to correct that in a second. But as evidence, he presented a few hundred Bitcoin wallet addresses that he claimed ownership of. It looks like the wallet addresses sold 80,000 BTC worth billions are in CS Tomonaga's list. Interesting that he didn't sell their BSV. So this was not the case that he claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto. So that's incorrect. That was a different case. We're talking about Kleiman. Okay, so this is about the Kleiman case, and I'll go to that in a second. So he's talking about some other case. Yeah, Kleiman wasn't about the identity of Satoshi Nakamoto. It was about the control and ownership of the origins of Bitcoin. So all the quote Satoshi wallet addresses, but not the identity, but the Satoshi wallet addresses. And that was already determined as a matter of law to belong to Craig Wright. Now, let's go to that really, quick. So here's what happened. We got the, this is on the 4th. Some guy, he posted this. Op return was sent with the numbers 485162342. I'm lost. And then it looks like this. You see where, so they posted this on the blockchain as a signature, an op return embedded. People have always said, "Oh, I want you to sign." All right, so that was the signature on the block 4854815162342 on this 10,000 BTC move. Now that went out. Then Kurt posted. Let's see. Those numbers are unlucky from Lost, who wrote an episode where they were debuted. Craig Wright. He was a screenwriter and television producer. He's known for his shows Lost. So that number was a famous number from the TV show Lost. That's what that number was, apparently, if you search it. So I'm not sure the Satoshi-era coins moved, but I started looking at them, and the op return contains the numbers from the show Lost, which was a mysterious plot, but not out of the mainstream. So I looked it up, and one of them is named Craig Wright, one of the writers. Now, the other important post here, Truth Machine, Crypto Rebel SV, he was kind enough to pull the docket information on this. Now, so what happened was, this is request for admission number 5. All right, so request for admission 5 is a form of discovery inside the civil case for Kleiman v. Wright. So what happened is that Craig was ordered by the court as a matter of law. He has to do it. When you get ordered to do discovery, you have to do it or you face punishment. Penalties, sanctions, even jail time. So he was ordered by the court as a matter of law to produce, identify public addresses, all cryptocurrency that you claim rightfully belongs to Dave Kleiman or his estate. Discovery is still ongoing, but the plaintiff currently lacks information about knowledge about anything about Dave Kleiman stuff. Plaintiff will supplement his response to this request as more information is made available to him based upon the information provided today. However, plaintiff believes that any cryptocurrency held in the following addresses belongs, at least in part, maybe to plaintiffs, Dave Kleiman. Okay, so remember the dispute was that Wright and Kleiman created Bitcoin together. That was the dispute. That's what this case was about, through all the material, right? So Kleiman died, and then, his estate sued, and this estate saying, hey, say what portion, right? They wanted half of the Bitcoin fortune, Satoshi, all the Satoshi wallet addresses. And so he identified this wallet address here, ME on the end. See ME, okay? And there it is right there. See that wallet address, ME on the end, starting with number 1, 2, that was one of the Kleiman wallet addresses, the Kleiman Wright wallet addresses in that court case as a matter of law right there. And that just moved 10,000 BTC. Input, output. Input. See the ME on the end, starting with the 1, 2. This is in response to request for admission 5. There it is right there. Now, I'm sure Truth or somebody else can go through and the entire case and identify, because it wasn't just a few wallet addresses. We're talking about, I pulled this docket. It was, if you really dive into it, I think it was 100,000 wallet addresses. Yeah, I think it was like 100,000. Remember the Shatters Declaration, and I'm not going to go through that right now. I'm not going to do it. But Truth, I bet you has that information on hand where he could probably identify it like he did here. This guy is always bookmarking things, and he has research on the history of all this stuff as it happened. So just to clarify, that's what happened here. We had these wallet addresses were already identified in the case. So it looks like Vinny was asking about, I'm not seeing where Vinny's post is, but I think he started this thread and he asked about, can anyone verify this? And see, when discovery is ordered like this, and this has to come in. So again, the question was this: identify by public addresses of all cryptocurrencies you claim to belong to David Kleiman or his estate, right? So Kleiman and Wright. So he supplies this as one of them. This one of these wallet addresses was his. Now he's allowed now, right? Because what's important here is that because Craig won the case and Craig is allowed to own all these, move them as a matter of law, it's already been determined. It's what's called res judicata. He can sell these. He can do whatever he wants with them. Before this, if he went to try to sell this right here during the case, well, they would put an injunction on him, a restraining order on him. They would stop him, because Kleiman wanted half. Kleiman's estate wanted half. But that's already settled. That's what's called res judicata. Now, let me just show probably, so Cornell Law, I hate this site, but it's generally res judicata is the principle of a cause of action that may not be relitigated once it has been judged on the merits. Finally, in the terms in which the courts renders a final judgment on the merits, res judicata is frequently referred to as claim preclusion and are two of the used interchangeably through this article. I think it's a Latin word. I don't know what it actually means in Latin, but it's a Latin word and it means claim preclusion, okay? So it means that the plaintiff in this case, or anybody, BTC Core, anybody on the internet, it doesn't matter. There is no more dispute about this particular issue, about this wallet address belonging to Craig Wright. That is settled as a matter of law. We cannot, I wasn't sure. No, that for sure as a matter of law, meaning that it's he was allowed to sell it, and then he did sell it. Obviously, he moved the coins as shown here. He moved that wallet address, and he put in this op return code, signing it Craig Wright from the show Lost to play some sort of a word game. So anyways, it's for people who've been following Kleiman versus Wright, 2021 and then the appeal in 2023, this is just re-talking about old things, okay? But I think a lot of people like this guy here who Packard had posted, he's just maybe learning about this for the first time, and he thinks that Craig Wright sued over Satoshi's identity. What happened? No, in America, United States, matter of law, this is already well settled, established law. Res judicata, those wallet addresses already belong to Craig Wright. That's final. There's no more dispute. So I don't need to keep on disputing it and hearing about people. I'm not going to respond or talk about that issue with people who disagree with it because it's not It's what's called settled law. You are vexatious if you disagree with that. You had your opportunity. That's over. It doesn't matter who you are. You no longer have the chance to dispute that. And I'm just a matter of fact in law. I'm not here to say, oh, this is the way it is. I'm just saying that's how the law works. Once something's been settled as a matter of law, it's over. You can't go back and litigate it. Oh, that wasn't Craig Wright. It was somebody else. No, that's Craig Wright's wallet addresses, and you have the right to do it. So that's the latest and greatest. Hit the ones. All right. I'm gonna do a couple shows. I got Brett Banify coming up this week. I'd like to do a show with Satoshi on this, my man out in UK, and a couple of other events I've got coming up. Anyways, that's all I gotta run right now. Have an amazing freaking day. See you at the very top. This is Gavin.